Adam, believe it or not, we're nearly at the start of the season. Can you imagine? It's come around quickly, hasn't it? What have you been doing in the off-season, apart from joining the newly formed Plato Racing?
Yeah, it has been quite a busy off-season. As we all know, I've made the switch, jumped teams to Plato Racing. So that sort of came about. That was sort of a done deal towards the end of November, and then from then I've enjoyed Christmas. Put on a bit of weight, so I spent the last couple of months trying to remove it. It's always more difficult getting
You're
rid of
holding
it.
your stomach in now, aren't you?
So I spent a few months trying to get rid of it. But I'm nearly at race weight, so that's good. But yeah, it's very exciting for me to join a new team, and personally and commercially, back in the Mercedes-Benz for us is a huge benefit and plus. So looking forward to it.
That's something going full circle for you, isn't it? That's really interesting.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we built the A class, I think, in 2014. I think it was. So we've been through that whole procedure of what you have to do to build a car, and it's no easy feat at all. It is a mammoth operation. And at that point, we had trucks, we had staff, we had equipment. These guys have had to start from nothing, and and build 2 race cars in essentially 3 months, maybe a little bit longer. But yeah, to be back in a Mercedes is fantastic, and like I said, personally, I'm very excited, but also commercially for our title sponsor, Sicily Commercials, it just goes hand in hand.
Absolutely. So you've been pleased with the car out of the box, I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. We've had 4 days of testing. Unfortunately, I've probably only had realistically day and a half, 2 days of where the weather, small issues with the car. But we finished the day at Snetterton last week, and Dan and I were in a very happy place. It's still very early days. I think we've barely scratched the surface in terms of what we can do with the car in terms of setup and what we've tried. So there's a lot of potential I think we can still unlock, but even still, it seems like a good foundation to build from, and I think there's no reason why we can't be at the sharp end.
You and I spoke at length last season because you had a cracking season, arguably. I might suggest one of your best. And we talked about how it felt last year like you arrived in the Touring Car Championship after how many years is it?
Oh, it's a long time now, nearly as long as Tom Chilton.
But I mean, and I think we agreed on that, didn't we, when we were talking? So what, therefore, is in your head now? Do you come to the championship this year revitalised and with a new plan?
Yeah, 100%. I think last year was a great year. I really enjoyed my time at Accelerate, working with all my teammates, Tom and Senna, and it was a good year. P6 in the championship, my best one yet. I still think there's more. 100%. I am convinced that I am at least a top 3 contender to be, towards the end of the season. And, when we went down to go and look at Plato Racing and we saw the developments of what they were doing to the car, all the CAD, all the CFD, we knew this was an opportunity too good to miss. I've never seen, I've driven for championship winning teams, but I've never seen this level of development and design before. So joining this team has given, end of last year, I was already, on a high, with my performance in the front-wheel drive car, and now back in a front-wheel drive car again, but a brand new car which has been developed to the nth degree. I think we can go out there and really turn some heads.
I guess there's also, with the changes that are coming in the qualifying race.
Yeah.
Talking to your former teammate Tom Chilton, we sort of came to the conclusion that wise heads are going to be the ones to benefit from this.
Well, everyone knows in this championship to win it, you have to score points. You have to just sometimes settle for 4th rather than go for a podium and finish 3rd. It's taking every single point you can get out of it, and if there's points up for grabs on Saturday, it's going to help those people who are maybe not so hot-headed and going for a race win on Saturday, but just think, actually, it's more important to finish the race, get those points. and just accumulate points throughout the season. On the flip side, for a brand new team like ourselves, the change in format has probably made things slightly more difficult. Whereas last year we had 2 35-minute practice sessions, we have now only got 1 40-minute session. There's a lot of homework to do in that session with all your tyre scrubbing and systems checks and, going to the Toker Weighbridge. So the amount of time we've got on track before we go into qualifying has now been essentially halved before we have to go out there with a car that, one, qualifies, but then has to do a race distance. So it's going to be tricky. It is going to be a difficult learning curve, I think, for everybody, how to manage this qualifying performance and then the race distance as well.
We say it every year, but we look forward to it being the best season in the British Touring Car Championship, and sometimes that's right.
Yeah.
And to be fair, sometimes it isn't. There seems to be huge anticipation on the social media channels from the fans for this year, and a chunk of that, to be honest, is about the chat about you and Dan Rowbottom at Plato Racing. Are you sensing any of that sort of fan pressure?
It's my social media. I've never.
Your 3 followers.
Oh I've gone from 3 to 9, which is substantial. No, I've never known anything. The anticipation. And anything Jason puts out just seems to go crazy on social media. So it's huge, but it's something I'm not really used to. But on the other side, it's fantastic for the championship. It's fantastic for British touring cars. It's fantastic for Toker, having that publicity, having Jason Plato back in the championship. We've got a brand new car. We've got another new car in the Audi. The Ford has gone for a saloon car. So there's a lot of changes going on, and I think everything is just building the audience, and hopefully widening the audience as well. To get more people interested and loving this sport.
Maybe it is going to be the best season. Who knows? Touch wood. Touch wood. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, though, how's family? Because you've grown your family, haven't you?
It's grown. It has. It's March is a busy month. March is crazy. My eldest turned 6. The twins turned 4, all within a week. So we've all been on rice since then, just because it's been very expensive. But yeah, no, they're really good, thank you. We were up in the Lake District for bank holiday, although I did have to abandon the wife and kids up there so I could drive a truck down to Plato Racing on bank holiday Monday. So as you can imagine, that went down well when I told her the news. But yeah, no, they're all fine, thank you. They're all good.
Still driving a truck behind the scenes?
Behind the scenes, every now and then I put on my vest on and get a Yorkie bar out, and
you don't have to put up the hospitality though anymore. Do you?
No.
We've done with that.
That's I've delegated.
Fantastic, Adam. Really good to see you, and obviously it's going to be very exciting for you with the new team, and let's hope it is one of the best seasons ever. As you know, at Media Day, I like to just round off with a couple of sort of odder sideball questions.
Here we go.
This year they're from the Highway Code.
Right. Okay.
You're looking pensive.
Yeah.
So you need to choose numbers 1, 2, or 3. You've got to answer 2 questions. Choose 1, 2, or 3.
Down the middle, 2.
What shape is a stop sign?
Triangle.
No, it's a hexagon.
Damn.
Choose 1 or 3.
3.
This is an interesting one.
Oh, God.
When leaving an emergency area on
Yeah.
a road, so you've stopped in an emergency area, before rejoining the carriageway, what must you do? Switch on your hazards, switch on your headlights, use the emergency phone, or wave your arms slowly out of the window?
I'm going to say switch on your hazards.
It's catching everybody out, this one. Before you rejoin the carriageway, you must use the emergency phone. Because the operator may decide they need to close part of the carriageway for you to rejoin it safely.
Wow, well, I never knew that.
It's catching everybody out, that one.
Well, if anyone gets that, they're a nerd.
You heard it here first.
If anybody knows the answer to that question,
if anybody does get
I'll
I'll let you know.
It will be someone like Darryl, because he only passed his driving test about 2 years ago, so he should probably know it. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Really good to see you, Adam. Have a great season.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.